Hello and welcome. Today is Thursday, 3rd day of August 2017. My name is Derek. Welcome. Let's take a look at a BCC video. We'll go over the charts and talk a little bit about the bonus. It's like a dividend from what I see within this, and a pretty darn near good one, at least for myself thus far. Although there's some exchanges that didn't pay up, and yet every single Bitcoin got matched, at least according to coin market cap. So I want to talk about that, but first, I managed to total 2.25 Bitcoin total cumulatively amongst the exchanges that matched, and I probably should have done more. Hindsight's 2020, but in this case 2020 was visionary, as it was obvious people were going to sell the markets or their crypto altcoins off to get Bitcoin. I should have done more, if not maximum everything, knowing that I would buy it all back at about 8:21 a.m. Eastern time, but that could take a good 10-15 minutes to buy everything back. And that I would realize that if I sell something and buy it back at like a 4 or 5% higher price, it's technically a profitable play. So I really should have done more, but again, hindsight's 2020. And what I did do after I managed to get it was buy some back cheaper, swing trade it, day trade it, if you will. And I managed to buy at a much cheaper price than my sell average has been, so I'm very proud about that. And when it's all said and done at this point, I have managed to increase the total 38.3% of a Bitcoin and 1/4 of a BCC extra. So that is one heck of a dividend as I see it played out. Now let's enter the 15-minute time frame chart. And we're looking at the Bitfinex exchange, and oh, are these numbers different in different spots. 12.8 here. It's at 22 on Bittrex as at 10:51 a.m. Eastern time and 14:51 UTC. On Yobit, it's trading at a little over 25 right now. Yet at Cryptopia right now, it's even below this. It's trading at 10. This is really, really wild. And because these cannot be transferred anywhere, you cannot do what is called arbitraging, which is taking advantage of sites much different than the other. And you get large price discrepancies. And this one's taken the cake at this point, as it has been a large movement. So let me just show you right now what I mean. This is Cryptopia's order book. We can see 106 if you want to sell and about 109 if you want to buy. And they have the code BCH, as was the code that I've just showed on the chart, which I'll get back to in a little bit. But the codes are differently on Yobit and Bittrex. When we take a look at the Bittrex bid-ask ratio right now. And in this example, we can see it's at 22.4, 22.5 on the Bittrex side. Myself, I've got a sell order in 0.15 at 479, and I'm holding 0.1 back. I'm trying to buy at 16, 12, 10, and you can't see it, but I'm also looking to buy at 8 and 5, but a big difference amongst the exchanges. And furthermore, we have only got a few different places holding Bitcoins that actually gave the 1-to-1 ratio back in the Bitcoin Cash, where Coinbase, you didn't get anything there. Poloniex, nothing there. You can't trade it there either. And I look at this as in, well, if every single exchange was in a situation that, or not excuse me, not every exchange, when every Bitcoin rather was matched 1 for 1. How do I know this? Well, according to this, the circulating supply, well, it's pretty much the exact same. So then, if sites like Coinbase and Poloniex did not give the Bitcoin Cash and they were circulated, then who has them? Does Coinbase have a whole bunch of BCC? And it would be a large amount. Same thing on the Poloniex side. And anybody else that did it. To me, I would consider this theft, but that's only how I consider it and how I view the situation. Which is, I mean, it's just so obvious, and that's what it happens to be. But it is what it is. I have no idea how it's going to be playing through, but that's where we stand right now. As far as this chart formation, it's, again, in such a wacky price difference. It's really hard to go over different types of technical analysis. A lot of it is just going to be playing the situation that you see within where you're trading it from. The big gains came into play. I was very surprised it got as high as it did. I'm pleased with how well I've been able to handle the situation. As I shown on the outset, I've been able to get back a pretty decent return given the amount of BCC that was sent to me. But anyway, we can see within this market trend 15-minute time frame that it is selling off after it had its first rally from the big sell-off, because it started going pretty much straight up. Its high in here was like 25 change, and the highest that I have sold BCC at was 0.461, and the highest it's been here is just a little over 25. So wild movements, obviously. I don't know if this is going to go way down or what the case is, but I do realize within, of course, this correctionary move, it's established, at least on this exchange, big resistance at the 16 barrier. It's short term, like I was stating here, showing that it's on the downside. Markets oftentimes come back to where they came from, and in this case, it would be where it opened at, and then of course the support within here. So I'd like to thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a magnificent day. Bye-bye.